Howdy, howdy, folks. Today I am here to cover another Fog of War Sudoku by Astral Sky. And with that said, we'll get right into this one. So let's see. First we have activated numbered rooms. Clues outside the grid indicate the digit which has to be placed in the nth cell in the corresponding direction, where n is the first digit placed in the cell in that direction. And these cells are the nth cells are activated. Okay. And digits along arrows onto attached circle. All arrows are single digit, don't intersect or overlap. No, they don't have multiple arrow tips, which means they don't split, and they're only on activated cells. Okay. So I guess both of these have to be activated, and these two from arrow stuff. Let's see. This is a 3, so this has to be a 1 or a 2. And I think the other thing is, right, this all has to be part of the same arrow, which means this is a minimum of 1 here. Let's see. Minimum of 1 and 2 here. Okay, this actually might be a bit tricky, because the minimum here directly, I think, impacts the minimum here, right? I can have a minimum of 1 in each of these. If I have a minimum of 1 and 2 here, then what's my minimum here? One of these is a 1, so I get 1, 1 down here. But the other one would be a 2, so the smallest digit I could get would be 3, which adds up to 9. Obviously if this doesn't include a 1, then 2 plus 3. Let me see, I'd have to have a 3 here, a 1 here, a 2 here. Let's see, then I have 1, 3, 2, second 1. Then neither of these would have to be 4 or 5, so that breaks. Therefore, I need to have at least a 1. If I have 1 and 3, I guess I could have 1 and 2 down here, which sums up to the same sum of 9, right? Because 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 1s is 9. 1, 3 does the same thing. If I have 1, 4, then both of these can be 1. That adds up to 9. And anything 1, 5 or above breaks. But either way, 2 1s and a 9 here. Let me see. And this one has to be 1 or 2, because one of these has to be a 1. And this one could be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Then here I have 1, 2, or 3. And one of these two is a 1. Let's see. All 3 of these have to now be in arrows. So, this one here can't be seen from this side. So it can't be seen from itself because they don't have to be a 1, but 9 can't be in the first cell. So it's either seen from a 6 here or a 9 up here. If this one's seen from a 9 up here, then this one also has to be 9, right? Because in order to see this 9, you need to have a 9 here, which breaks. So I guess it's seen by a 6. I guess that makes this one a 1 or a 2 as well. So, let's see. Where to go from there? I guess now I know that there is a 1 up here. And let's see. This cell here, it either sees a 1 or it sees a 2, which is looking at a 1, so this is always a 1. Let's see. What number can be seeing this cell here? Actually, let's see. What sees... The real question is, one of these 2 cells gets seen by this 1, right? What happens to the other cell? It has to be can't be seen from this side or from below, right? Because whichever of these is the 1 that has a 1 below it. So it must be seen from above, so like one of these 2 is a 9. And, let's see. Yeah, one of these 2 has to be a 9 then. And the other one has to be seen by this 1. So, yeah, we have a 9 up here in one of these 2. This one, yeah, if this one's a 1, then this one down here would also be a 1. Then we'd have a 2 here and a 3 here. Since we have a 3 here, let's see. This means what? That this cell can either be seen by a 2 or an 8 here, but it can't be seen by a 2 because this one is a 2. So it must be seen by an 8. And then whichever one of these is a 1 gets seen. What about the other one? It's not seen from this direction. It's not going to be seen from below because neither of these can be a 2. It can't be seen from above, and it can't be seen from the right. So that breaks, which means this one can't be a 1, and this one, hang on, I'll get rid of all that. This one has to be a 1 then. And that also tells me this is a 1. This could be a 1, 2, or 3, unclear. What that does tell me is that this is a 9. And, oh, there's a 2, so then this one's a 2, and here's a 3, and there's a 3. Okay. That means I also have a 2 up here. And I get a 3 somewhere down here. Okay. Now then, I think I'm actually going to go back to looking at this right, because, let's see, one of these two can be seen by this. The other one needs to be seen by either over here, which would be an 8 or a 9, or up here, which would be an 8. This one here can't be seen from below now because of the 2. Can't be seen from over here, so it's either seen by a 5 or an 8. Which means, looks like all my numbers are covered, right? Like, one of these has to be seen by an 8. One of these has to be seen by this, and one of them has to be seen by this. Because I can't have any, none of the 3 can be seen by from below. So this has to be 5, 8, or 9. Now then, let's see. And this one here is a minimum of 4. And this one here is a minimum of 3. So we have 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to have a 9 somewhere. Let's see. The 9, can it be in either of these? If it was in this one, can't come from up here because 8's already in one of these 3. Can't come from either of these sides or below. Same issue with this one. And it also just can't be the bottom cell because I already have a 9 up here and the bottom row is already... Actually, nothing. Can anything make it in the bottom row anymore? I don't think so, right? Because I already have both of the rows figured out. And I already have a 9, the 1 9 up here and the 1 down here, so... Oh, hang on. So for every row and column, there can only be 4 at most activated cells, right? Because 1 for each row, and then for, like, instance, for this row, I can only have 1 in here once, so only one of these bottom ones can activate any cells in here, and I can only have 9 in the top ones. So I think to make things more clear, I'm just going to give each of these areas a color, and then I'll just color in the cells that they're pointing to. So like here I have a 4 and an 8 pointing here. Let's see, this one gets pointed to by a yellow one. This one here gets pointed to by a purple one up top, right? And this one here gets pointed to by a red one. And hopefully this makes it clear that, like, none of these colors should ever be able to repeat in any row or column, right? Because that would imply either, if it's, like, for a row, it would either imply that I have 2 numbers in these spots, like, I would have to have 2 numbers in this one square or in this one square, or I have 2 9s in this row or 2 1s in this row, and obviously none of that works. So I can color all of these ones, I guess, and I guess I went with blue to indicate that they can never be activated. And this row I already have 4, so I can do the exact same thing. Which means that I need to have one of these 3 has to be activated. Let's see. Also, one of these 3 has to be a 9. And, let's see. Maybe I should look at how this 3 can actually be activated. Can't be from below because I need a 3. Can't be from this side because I need a 2, both of which are already in this box. So it could be a 7 from up here, or an 8 from over here. Now then, for this one being activated, can't be from below or this side because I'd need a 3 or a 1, both of which are already in here. Could be a 9 from over here or a 7 from up here. Okay. So then this one is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually can't be 9 because then this one wouldn't be pointing at the 3, so I need a 7 up here, but I also can't have a 9, so I need a 7 here. So this one's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is not helpful. Let's see. maybe we should consider what number this one up here can be. If I have a 4 or a 5 here, then I'd have a 4 or a 5 here, so I'd have to have a 9. If I have a 3 here, then I also already just get a 9 up here. So actually, I always have to have a 9 up here, so this is a, let's see, 1, 2, 9 triple, I'll keep a 9 here. That means this one isn't a 9, so I must have a 7 here, pointing at this, which means this has to be an 8. And that's going to give me that. I will quickly recolor this. This one gets to be now blue. I don't need a 7, or I mean green, sorry. And a green one here. Okay. And now this is 5 or 9, which means that this one either gets pointed to by an 8 or a 2 here, I guess. Let's see. This is a 3. This one can be a minimum of 1. This one can be a minimum of 1. This one could be a minimum of 2. So this is either 2 or 3. This is 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2. Okay. Now this one needs to get pointed to by something, right? Can't be pointed to by the 7. Can't be pointed to by a 1 because there isn't a 1. Can't be pointed below by a 4, so it must be pointed to by a 9 over here. Which, okay. Means that this one is red. And this column, I guess, is completely filled now. Okay. So, now then. This one can't be a 4. This is a 3 or a 5. Oh yeah, by the way, for when I had opened this up, I saw it said for the answer checking you can only actually have numbers and cells like outside the grid that are part of the arrow or it like will completely mess it up, so I'm just using pencil marks for this stuff. Now then, let's see. This is a 3 or a 5. This is 4, 5, or 6. Okay. If I have a 2 here, then I need to have a 3 here. And that breaks, so this one has to be a 1, which means one of these two is a 1. Let's see. This is a 1 or a 2, which means this has to just be a 9, actually. Thinking about it, right? Because if it was a 5, it would break. Therefore, this one needs to be an 8. Which gives me a 9 and a 1, and I have 2 more of these I'll look at in a minute. Either way, this one is not a 9. Okay, so the 9 can't point to the 1, right? Because of the fact that I can only have one thing pointing to each of them in this row. So it must be pointing to a 2, which is pointing to a 1. So, okay. So I get that, which means I have a 2 here, and a 1 here, and then I just have a 2 here as well, and a 1 here then, which means one of these 3 is a 1, so I need 7, 8, or 9. 8 and 9 are here, so I get a 7 here, I get a 1 here then. Oh, and that's going to give me even more arrows to deal with in a second. First of all, 4, 5, 6 here, 4, 5, 7 here. One of these has to be a 6. That's the wrong number. This can't be a 6. One of these two has to be a 7. Okay. This one here, actually, I could have marked a while ago, has to be yellow. Alright, what can be pointing to this 8? I can't have a 5 from here, a 1 from up here, or a 9 from down here, so I must have a 5 from here. Whoops, there we go. And that means this one's red, and this one is pink, and I don't have a 5 here. Okay, now then, what about this 9? Can't have an 8 here, can't have a 2 here, can't have a 5 from here now, so I have a 5 from here. Okay, and this one then is green. Alright, then, let's see. Okay, what do I look for now? Let's see, what can be pointing towards this one? Can't be a 6 from either of these, so one of these 2 has to be a 4. For this one, 4 here, 3 here, or 7 here. That's a lot of options. And for, oh, wait a second, for this one, hang on. Can't have a 5 from any of these 3, so this one must be a 5. Which means I have a 3 here, which means I have a 9 here, and I have a 6 here then. Okay. Alright. So this 6 here gets pointed to by an 8, so it should be pink. This 9 here is yellow, and I have even more cells, not that one, to determine. Okay. Let's see. What about this one now? It can't be pointed to by from below, up here, or over here, so it must be pointed to by a 4 here, which is going to give me a 4 here, and I get a red one here. Okay, I have a 5-6 pair here. I guess I can't have a 4 now pointed this, so it's either a 3 or a 7. Okay, what about this one? It's either pointed to by a 6 up here, or that's it. Can actually, oh wait, is that it? Or am I just no, it could be pointed to by a 4 down here. So this one's a 4 or a 6. This one can't be pointed to by either of these, or a 4 from down here, so it must be pointed to by a 6 up here. Which means I have a 4 pointing to this one. Okay. Now then, these two have to be pointing to the same number, which means this one has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It can't be a 4 though, because that'd be in the same box. So this one's 1, 2, or 3. Also, this has high-key just been a 7 for a while. Here I have a 7, 8 pair. This one has to be a 5. Here I have an 8, 9 pair. Okay. Anyways, getting back to this. Let's see. I can't have any of... This has to be 2, 4, or 6, but it also just can't be 6 because I have a 6 here, right? So this has to be a 2 or a 4. So I get 2 or 4 for each of those. It has to be a 4, actually, so both of these are 4s, which means one of these is a 4. Then this is a 5 or a 6. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to look for now? Alright. Let's see. 3, 4, 6. I'm going to get rid of these 4s, actually, because I don't think they're going to actually help. This one has to be 2 or 3 as well, because it can't be 1 or 4. So I have a 1, 4 pair here. I have therefore a 1 here and a 4 here, which means this one has to be a 1. Okay. Okay, then. Let's see. Also, this one's now a 2, so this is a 6, and here's another 1, which makes that a 6. Alright. Now then, what can this one be? This one's 3, 5, 6, or 8. Which would make this one 4, 7, or wait, 4, 6, 7, or 9. So this one has to be 4 or 7, which means this one has to be 3 or 6. Hang on, there we go. My brain was spacing for a second. So one of these is a 4. That's a 3 or 6 now. Okay. What do I want to look for now? One of these 2 is a 6. This can't be a 9. I don't know why there was a 9 pencil marked in there anyways. Okay. There's nothing... I mean, this is technically, I know, these now, so I'll mark them in that, I guess, but I don't really think there's actually much of a point in me continuing to do that. So I might quit keeping track unless it starts to matter again. One of these 2 is a 4. Let's see, the remaining ones in here then are 5, 7, 8, or 9. So this has to be 5, 8, or 9. Can't have a 9 for the bottom one, so there we go. Then here 5, 7, or 8. Oh wait, this is just a 9 then. Which means this is a 9. One of these two is a 9, okay. Let's see, for this column, I need 3, 4, 7, 8, right? No, 3, 5, 7, 8. So here I have, let's see, 3, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 8, okay. I need to have also a 2 then in one of these 3, I suppose. One of these, let's see, one of these 2 is also just a 2. For this row, this one just has to be a 3 actually. So the remaining ones are 5, 7, and 8. Okay. I need to have still a 2 somewhere in this column. Could be here. Also, this is a 2, 4, 7 triple. Can't have a 4 up there. So one of these 2 is a 4. This is 1, 3, 7, 8. 3, 7, or 8 here. Okay. And, oh wait, I never figured out this one. It's either a 3 here or a 7 here, right? Because it can't be a 7 here or whatever that is. So it's 3 or 7. Alright, I guess that one will get dealt with at some point. Because I don't see anything immediately obvious for that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. One of these 2 is a 6. Let's see. Huh. Man, I've finally hit a point where I actually have to start thinking about stuff. If I have a 7 here, I have a 4 here, and then I have a 3 here, so I can't get a 3 or a 7. So actually this one can't be a 7. So, there's that. Alright. Okay. One of these 2 is a 3. Okay. Sure. If I have a 4 here, then I have a 4 here, and a 3 here. I have a 7 here, then I have a 7 here, and a 6 here, and a 3 here, and a 4 here, and a 6 here. 6 there. That's something, I guess. Just trying to figure out where to go, because I feel like at this point I'm so close to it just being a Sudoku. Just have this one clump to figure out, which is 1, 3, 7, 8. So this one here is 3, 7, or 8 as well. I already dealt with all the outside stuff, so pretty much for the most part, this is already just actually high-key a standard Sudoku with like one arrow and a couple complications involving it. Let's see. This group is 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So over here I have 2, 3, 6, 8. Okay. Sure. Alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 8. This column's 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. So this one here actually is 2, 3, or 8. This is 2, 3, 8, 9. This is 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. Those aren't as helpful. Huh. So I've already Yeah, I think I'm just trying to run away from actually doing Sudoku stuff at this point by trying to find something involving the outside somehow. But like, other than this one, which is either 3 from here or 7 from here, that's really all that's left to, at some point, figure out. Oh, wait a second. There's just a 3. This is just a 2. There we go. Get that out of here. And 3, 7, 8 here means 3, 7, 8 here, so actually... Alright, I guess there was a little bit left of the stuff to do. Okay. 3 here. Both of these are 8s. 7 doesn't point to an 8, so I have to have a 3 here. I get an 8 here, a 2 here. 9 here, 9 and 8. And let's see, a 7 here. This one has to be a 2. This is now a 5 or 7. This one, here's a 6. This also has to be 5 or 7. This is a 2 here. 8 and 8 and 5 and 6, and that's going to give me 8 here and 5 here, 8 and 7, 7 and 5, up here 1 and 7, oops, 1 here, this is now a 3 and a 5, and okay. Apparently either the solver doesn't like this or I made a mistake somewhere. Let's see, I'm going to temporarily... Actually, screw it, we'll just type in the code. So I'm real quick going to open that up. Okay, so we just need to type in this code here, which is what? Row 2, column 8, so 582639, or 693 actually, I think, right? 693.147, and that's just from other ones, I think. Let's see, and then what? Column 8. 249 567 318. Alright. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So we've done it. Maybe if I just remove all of this? No? I don't know then. But whatever. Yeah, thanks. So bye.